What's up? It's Frankie on the new Pulse FM. We are here with Olivia Holt. What's up?
What's up?
Not much. You were on some Disney shows, some Disney movies. What is that like to see yourself like on TV when you get home?
I don't know if I ever just turned on the TV to watch myself, because you're your own worst critic. So of course I never went home and just turned on the TV to like see what was happening. But it was a bit surreal, you know. I mean, I grew up watching the Disney Channel, Lizzie McGuire, Phil of the Future, even Stevens. All those shows were like my jam. So to grow up, you know, and then have my own show, 2 shows, and a movie on the channel.
Hector 345.
Got it, noted. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's actually it's surreal to be able to like grow up watching a certain network, and then at some point in your life you're on that network.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I spent 6 years with them, so I feel really lucky to have had the time that I did.
Awesome. We like seeing you there. You're going to be starring in a new TV series, right? Cloak and Dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a little like sneak peek of that. Can you talk about it at all?
A little bit, yeah. This is a really, really cool show, and I think everyone who isn't familiar with the actual comic, which was originated late 80s, early 90s, is really going to love it. It's about an African-American boy, a Caucasian girl who grow up and develop these powers. Cloak teleports, and Dagger shoots light daggers out of her hand.
That's pretty awesome.
Hi, I'm Dagger. And yeah, it's really cool. I'm really excited about it. It's a really, really beautiful, heartbreaking, refreshingly raw story. And I think that that's what this world and generation really needs, is to see a show that doesn't shy away from the truth. And that's exactly what these characters are, where they come from. Their background is so inspiring and incredible to watch, and I think people are really going to feel things from this show.
Awesome.
So
When is it going to be on?
we're hoping early 2018, but you didn't get that from me.
Yeah? We'll pretend like we didn't hear that.
Yeah.
And you were born in Tennessee, right? Started acting and singing at 3 years old. Did you start that early?
So I don't know where this fact that everyone is talking about has come from, because I mean I love being on stage and performing and entertaining at a really young age, but
Right.
I was actually a competitive gymnast for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
And I was way convinced I was going to go to the Olympics.
Nice.
Still am, but that's okay.
That's pretty awesome.
And yeah, my dreams just kind of changed, as like being a kid does. You know, one day you want to be a teacher, the next you want to be an astronaut, and it's like that was just kind of what was going on in my world. I wanted to do all these things, and then I ended up finding an insane passion for acting and for singing and being on stage. And I did local, I did theater in my hometown, and it was amazing. I loved it. And then when I was 10 is when it kind of got a little serious, and it's where I found an agent, and everything just kind of evolved from there.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, congrats on the brand new song, History.
Thank you.
That's pretty awesome. It's
Thank
doing really
you.
good right now. How did you get the title of the song, and what does that mean to you?
The title, well, how the song was really created, it comes from a real life experience of mine. And I remember working with 2 guys at the time who I was walking into the studio, and we were recording a completely different song that day. And when I came in, I ended up telling them this whole story about this situation, this love triangle that's kind of going on in my life. And I was so young and so naive, and I thought I was like gonna die if like I didn't figure out like what to do or how to cope with the situation. So I was really just seeking Big Brother advice. And not only did I get that, but that's kind of how History was created. And we ended up writing that song and recording it that same day, and scratched the other song.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was amazing to be able to, you know, speak from your heart and from your diary, and kind of have this like overwhelming nervous feeling that you don't necessarily know how to fix it or how to cope with it until you present it to somebody, and then they kind of put it in perspective for you. And then when you can write it and then you put it out and people are actually like responding to it and relating to it, that's like the ultimate dream, I feel like, for an artist, who is sharing a story that's so close to them. And as far as the title goes, I think it's kind of self-explanatory, you know? I mean, everyone has history with somebody, whether that be a past lover or a relationship with a friend, or, you know, I think it's something that everyone can really connect to, and I didn't realize that until the song is out, and now I'm happy that, you know, everyone is responding to it in such a positive way.
Yeah, absolutely. History sounds so good on Pulse FM. We're here with Olivia Holt, and you have a big birthday coming up, right? August?
Yeah, I do. I guess
August
it is
5th?
soon.
Yeah,
God,
it's really
it's
soon.
so weird.
A couple months away.
Yeah, I know.
Any big plans?
Probably not. Honestly, like I don't know. I feel like every year I do something like big, and I'm gonna be filming Cloak and Dagger. So
That's pretty big.
that is pretty big. I'm excited to be working, and yeah, it'll be a good birthday.
Awesome. What kind of influences do you have musically? Like, obviously, you're an artist yourself. So, what other artists that you're kind of friends with, or that you're not friends with? Who are your influences?
Yeah, I'm in this very experimental phase of music right now, which I love. I love like the creating process and figuring out what sounds I love, what sounds I don't love, what works with me and resonates with me. And I've really like found that some of my favorite artists, like I love like finding those elements in their music and kind of intertwining them with, you know, within my records. And Ellie Goulding is one.
She's awesome.
She's so rad. I love her. I love her lyrics, her voice. Jess Glenn is another. And Adele, of course, like has that soul and that, you know, that raw and organicness behind it, which I love. And
Right.
growing up in the South, that's like all I heard. I would walk down Memphis and it's like all real raw instruments. And so I feel like a part of me is still really drawn to that, and I'm just very magnetic to me. So to take those elements and combine them into the music that I'm making is kind of like where I'm at right now, and those artists have definitely helped with that direction.
What kind of instruments do you play?
I'm not very serious with instruments yet,
Yeah.
but I
Playing
play a
around
little.
some?
Yeah, I play a little piano, a little guitar, but nothing too serious where I'm actually playing on my record.
But you thought it was cool enough to kind
Yeah.
of figure it out a
Well,
little
yeah, I
bit?
mean, my dad was a musician, so I grew up listening to like the stuff that he played, and you know, we had an old piano in our house, and he has tons of guitars, so watching him and learning from him has been like a dream come true.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we had a couple questions come in on Twitter for you.
Okay, cool.
At the New Pulse FM, you got to say the first thing that comes to mind as your favorite toppings when I say food. Okay, so I'm going to list a food, and you got to really
okay.
quick. All right,
Okay.
let's start with hamburger.
Ketchup,
Pizza.
cheese,
Hot dog.
ketchup,
Chipotle.
guac,
Ice cream.
cookie dough.
Perfect. Awesome.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh my god.
Any new movies that you love that you saw recently, or like that you really want to go see right now?
I just saw Lion,
Yeah, how
which
was
is really good.
Okay.
Don't watch it on a plane because you will hyperventilate
Oh, no.
from crying so hard. And
I'll bring my tissue.
that was my situation. I watched it on the plane, and all the flight attendants were like, we'll let you be for a little bit. Yeah.
That's so awesome. So obviously you're busy, you fly a lot, you're going to be doing some shows and stuff. So what would you do on your day off? Like, what is the ultimate day off when you actually get one? What do you like to do?
I'm gonna be really lame and say just like kick it at home.
Yeah.
And I just bought my first place, so that's kind of like my new project right now is like decorating it and putting it all together. And
It's fun.
yeah, it is. It's really it's fun that I get to do a whole place instead of just like a room
Right.
in my parents' house. So
Exactly.
I'm enjoying that, but because I'm so busy, it's like my chill time is my favorite time.
Yeah,
So whether that be
exactly.
like catching up on some of my favorite shows, or you know, I like to do the extreme. I like to go camping on the beach,
There you go.
or go to theme parks. I'm huge like roller coaster
I am
fanatic.
too, I love
So
it.
yeah.
So I'm actually going to Busch Gardens next week, and then Six
Jealous.
Flags in June. So
What? Oh.
Yeah.